All right, so today we're diving deep into Thailand,
Yeah,
and we're looking at all this stuff happening with AI there.
lots going on.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, right?
It is.
So you sent me all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
articles and analyses and even some I don't know,
Personal stuff.
yeah, like some personal stories.
It's cool.
It's cool, right?
It is. It really gives you a sense of what's happening there on the ground.
Totally. Okay, so to start off, we're talking about AI in Thailand,
Right.
and it's not just
Any AI.
yeah, not just like any AI.
We're talking Nvidia. We're talking Jensen Huang.
Yeah, Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia,
Big guy.
big name.
Huge.
And get this, he actually,
He's got a connection to Thailand.
yeah, he lived there.
When he was a kid.
Yeah, 5 years old.
Went to school in Bangkok.
And
Even Ramrudi International School.
That's crazy.
You know, right? And he's talked about it too, fondly.
Really?
Yeah, riding tuk-tuks, eating mango with chili salt,
Wow.
even drinking oolong.
Like the CEO of Nvidia.
Yeah, I know. It's a side you don't see every day.
It's kind of wild, right? From that to shaping Thailand's tech future.
Talk about a full circle.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just business, I think.
Absolutely. There's a personal connection there, I think.
Okay, so AI Island.
That's his vision.
That's what he's calling it.
Thailand, a hub for AI.
Okay, but what's that even mean?
So essentially, he wants Thailand to not just use AI,
Right.
but really develop it.
Develop it themselves.
Yeah, become a leader in AI.
And use it to
Solve problems, grow the economy,
Oh,
even shape their culture,
wow, and so they'd be creating AI?
not just buying it.
Exactly.
And this is actually lining up well with the government's plans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Paetongtarn Shinawatra's administration,
The prime minister.
right, they're really pushing for a big economic change,
Oh,
what they're calling an AI economy.
oh, I see.
So the idea is AI helps them build a knowledge-based economy,
On the house.
lift people out of poverty. Wow.
Through innovation, through tech.
So Huang and the government are,
On the same page.
yeah.
Working towards this shared goal.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we can't talk about Thailand without talking about...
The Shinawatra family.
Exactly, and that leads us to...
Siam AI Cloud.
Which is...
Thailand's first Nvidia cloud partner.
Okay.
They're key to making this AI island happen.
Right.
They provide the infrastructure, the computing power,
Okay.
and the access to Nvidia's tech.
Right.
But here's the thing.
What?
The company is owned by Ratanaphan Wongdapashant,
Okay.
who is, you guessed it, Thaksin Shinawatra's nephew. Tech, politics, family ties,
Yeah.
all mixed up.
Wow, it's like a web.
It's a lot to untangle.
It is, and it shows you how complex this is.
Yeah, it's more than just tech.
Absolutely.
So what does Hong actually, do when he visited Thailand?
It wasn't just a visit.
Right, he did stuff.
He did. He partnered with Mahidol University
Okay.
to use AI for drug discovery and genome sequencing.
Wow, that's...
Big stuff.
Yeah.
It shows how Thailand wants to be at the forefront,
And not just,
using AI, but really developing it.
okay.
And it's not just Mahidol, there's more.
Really?
Yeah, they're partnering with CMKL University, too.
What's that?
It's a collaboration between Carnegie Mellon and King Mongkut's Institute of Technology,
Wow, what are they doing?
training future AI talent.
So they're investing in people, too.
Exactly. They know that you need the people to make AI Island work.
Right, you need the people to actually build it and use it.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's people. What about, the actual infrastructure?
Right. You can't have an AI island without the power.
Yeah, data centers and stuff.
Exactly. So that's where True IDC and Gulf Edge come in.
Okay, who are they?
True IDC is a big data center provider.
In Thailand.
Yep. And they're working with Siam.ai Cloud to build the infrastructure.
Like the digital highways?
That's a good way to put it.
And Gulf Edge.
They're an energy and infrastructure company.
No.
They're providing the data center infrastructure specifically for AI.
So they're making sure the island has power.
Exactly. It's a team effort, everyone working together.
Right, and the government, too.
Oh, yeah. Huang met with the prime minister.
Paetongtarn Shinawatra.
Yeah. And it wasn't just a photo op.
What?
They talked about how Nvidia will share its expertise and support Thailand's AI projects.
So it was a real meeting.
A real commitment.
And they had that big event, AI Vision for Thailand.
Right. And big names were. There's
Oh.
Danin Sharavanant from CP Group
Wow.
and Sarah Thratanavati from Gulf Energy.
So everyone's on board with this.
It seems like it.
It's like they all see the potential.
Yeah.
Okay, but before we move on, can we talk about Siam.ai Cloud again
Sure.
and its connection to the Shinawatra family?
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, like how much influence do they have?
It adds a layer of, I don't know.
Complexity.
Yeah, and it raises questions about transparency, fairness, who controls the data.
Right, like who benefits from all this?
Exactly, and that's something we need to keep in mind.
Okay, so let's talk about sovereign AI.
That's a big part of Huang's vision.
And it basically means,
Thailand controlling its own AI destiny.
okay, like
Owning its data, building its own infrastructure.
not just using other countries' AI.
Right, it's about independence.
So they don't become reliant on like the US or China for their AI.
Exactly, they want to build their own.
That makes sense.
They want their own AI reflecting their own values.
Okay, so how do they actually do that though?
That's the big question.
It sounds complicated.
But it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, and there must be a lot of challenges.
Absolutely, lots to figure out.
Well, I guess we'll have to dive into that next time.
Sounds good. So sovereign AI, right? It's not simple.
Not at all.
It's a bunch of things, really.
Yeah.
Infrastructure, the talent, even like the rules.
The rule?
Yeah, like regulations, laws around AI.
Okay, so we'll get framework. Okay, so infrastructure. We
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about True IDC and Gulf Edge,
Right. The data centers.
but that's just like one part, right?
Exactly.
So what else?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
You need hardware, software.
Thailand needs to build that themselves.
Yeah, or at least be able to,
So they're not just relying on imports.
Right. They're investing in R&D, working with companies.
They'll win international, I bet.
Yeah, and they're trying to help startups too.
Focus on AI.
Exactly, build a whole ecosystem.
That makes sense.
And that ties into the talent part.
Oh, right. The people.
Yeah, they're pushing STEM education, specific AI degrees,
Wow.
even scholarships.
Get people into AI.
It's a long game, but they're playing it,
Yeah, I can see that.
thinking long term.
Okay, so you mentioned regulations before.
Yeah, the regulatory framework.
What's that about?
Well, they need laws, right?
About AI.
To protect data, but also encourage innovation.
Sounds tricky.
It is. Finding that balance is hard.
Because if you regulate too much,
You stifle creativity.
but too little, and people get exploited.
Yeah, data privacy is huge.
So they're trying to find that middle ground.
The sweet spot where you protect people but still let AI grow.
It's more than just data, though, right?
No, you're right.
Like ethics.
Exactly. They're thinking about ethical guidelines, too.
For how AI is developed.
Making sure it's fair, transparent, accountable.
So they're really trying to do this right.
It seems like building trust is important.
Yeah, it can't just be about the tech.
It's about how the tech affects people.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
AI Island. What's the economic impact?
Huge potential.
I bet, but like, how?
Well, think about logistics.
Okay.
AI managing supply chains, making things more efficient.
Saving businesses money?
Exactly.
What else? Agriculture.
AI in farming.
Yep. Analyzing soil, predicting weather, automating stuff,
Wow, that's amazing.
increasing yields, making sure there's enough food.
And tourism.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet AI could really change tourism. Think about it. Personalized recommendations, real-time translation.
Even like virtual reality experiences.
That's just the start.
So AI would basically touch everything.
Making life easier, more efficient.
And it's not just about doing things better, right?
No.
That's about doing new things.
Exactly. AI can create whole new industries.
Right.
Drug discovery, healthcare breakthroughs,
All right.
creative tools, revolutionizing entertainment and design.
So new jobs, new opportunities.
That's the idea. The AI economy is about growth.
But we have to talk about the downsides too, right?
Of course.
Like jobs being lost, inequality getting worse.
But those are real concerns.
What about AI being used for surveillance?
Yeah, or even for weapons.
That's scary.
It is, and that's why they're focusing on upskilling.
Teach people new skills.
So they're not left behind.
Right, adapting to the changes.
And they're trying to make sure everyone benefits.
Not just the wealthy.
Equity is a big part of this.
So access to AI, education, resources,
It all needs to be fair.
and the misuse part.
That's where those ethical guidelines come in.
Right, and the
To
regulations.
ensure AI is used for good.
Not for bad.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool. We have to be careful.
Okay, so beyond the economy, how could AI Island change daily life?
Well, imagine healthcare.
Yeah.
Personalized diagnoses, treatment plans.
It's like a virtual doctor.
In a way, yeah.
What about education?
AI could personalize learning.
Tailoring it to each student.
Yeah, helping everyone reach their potential.
That's amazing.
Transportation, too. Think about traffic.
Oh yeah, AI could optimize that.
Less congestion, safer roads.
And even things like art and culture,
Absolutely. AI could help preserve and promote Thai culture.
making it accessible to more people.
Even help artists create new things.
That's cool.
Blending tradition and technology.
So it's like a more connected Thailand.
More efficient, more equitable.
And they're using AI to get there. It's a big vision.
Okay, what about Thailand's place in the world?
I think AI Island could really change that.
How so? Other countries will want to partner with them.
To learn from them.
Yeah, collaborate on AI projects.
So Thailand becomes a leader in AI
A hub, even.
that could lead to stronger relationships.
More trade, more collaboration.
On things like climate change, healthcare.
It's about using AI for good.
Not just for Thailand.
For the whole world.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit.
Okay.
AI Island is a success. What's it like to live there?
You wake up in a smart home.
Like the lights adjust to you
Yeah, and your AI assistant gives you the news.
and traffic updates?
Your schedule for the day.
That's wild.
You go to work, maybe in a self-driving car.
That navigates traffic for you.
Exactly. At work, you use AI tools to be more productive.
Automating the boring stuff.
Yeah, and giving you insights.
Fail lunch.
AI helps you order a meal tailored to your diet,
So AI is everywhere, basically.
making life smoother, more personalized.
What about after work?
Maybe a concert with AI-generated music.
Wow.
Or a museum with AI-powered exhibits.
That's so cool.
You could even learn a new skill online
With an AI tutor.
that adapts to you.
This is like a whole new world.
It is, but it's built on things we've talked about.
Like good infrastructure, data privacy.
Ethical guidelines,
Yeah.
making sure AI is used responsibly.
So it benefits everyone.
Exactly.
That's a really compelling vision.
It is. It's exciting to think about.
And remember how we talked about Jensen Huang's childhood?
Yeah, his memories of Thailand.
And adds a whole other layer to this, right?
It makes it more human.
Yeah, like it's not just about technology.
It's about a connection, wanting to give back.
That's really cool.
It is, and it makes me even more curious to see what happens.
Me too. So do you think Thailand could be a model for other countries?
That's a great question.
Like for other developing nations?
Who want to use AI but also keep their own identity.
Like their own culture and values.
It's definitely something to think about.
Could they learn from Thailand?
Maybe. We'll have to see how it all plays out.
Okay, so we've talked about the benefits of AI Island.
The potential, the challenges.
But what about the risks?
Right. There are definitely things to watch out for.
Okay, so we've talked about the benefits of AI Island.
The potential, the challenges.
But what about the risks?
Yeah, there are definitely risks.
Things that could go wrong.
Exactly. We have to be realistic about that.
So, like, what are the biggest things Thailand needs to watch out for?
Well, one big one is the digital divide.
The what?
The digital divide, meaning not everyone has equal access to technology.
Oh, right, like internet access and stuff.
Yeah, and if AI Island is going to work...
Everyone needs to benefit.
Exactly. It can't just be for people in cities or people with money.
So they need to make sure everyone's included.
Yeah, that's really important. Investing in infrastructure.
Education, too, right?
Absolutely. So everyone has the skills to participate.
And speaking of skills...
The talent pool.
Yeah, finding people who can actually work with AI.
Thailand needs to develop that talent.
But also keep them there, right?
Yeah, that's a challenge, attracting and retaining top AI talent.
It's a global competition.
Exactly. Thailand needs to be competitive.
Offer good salaries, research funding.
Opportunities for growth, collaboration,
So people want to stay in Thailand.
and contribute to AI Island.
Okay, what else?
Well, they need a culture of innovation.
What does that mean?
It means being willing to take risks, try new things.
Even if they might fail.
Yeah, failure is part of the process.
You learn from your mistakes.
Exactly, and that can lead to breakthroughs.
So Thailand needs to embrace that.
Encourage experimentation, support startups.
Make it okay to fail sometimes.
It's all part of building a dynamic AI ecosystem.
Okay, so those are like internal challenges.
Right, things within Thailand.
But what about external factors?
Oh, there are definitely external risks.
Like what?
Well, the global AI landscape is constantly shifting.
It's competitive.
Very competitive, lots of players, big countries, tech giants.
So Thailand needs to be,
Strategic,
figuring out how to partner with others.
but also protect their own interests.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. Okay, so let's talk about the potential downsides of AI Island.
The risks, yeah.
We touched on some of them before, but
We need to dig a little deeper.
okay, so what are the things that could really go wrong?
Well, job displacement is a big one.
AI taking people's jobs.
Yeah, as AI gets more advanced,
It can do more things.
and some of those things are things people are doing now.
So what happens to those people?
That's the question, and that's why upskilling is so important,
Giving people new skills.
so they can adapt to the changing job market.
And finding ways to use AI to create new jobs.
Not just replace existing ones.
Okay, what else?
Inequality, AI could make that worse.
How so?
If the benefits of AI aren't shared equally,
Right, like if only the wealthy get access to AI.
then the gap between the rich and poor could grow.
So they need to make sure everyone benefits.
Access to AI, education, resources, it needs to be fair.
For everyone.
That's crucial.
And the misuse part.
We can't forget about that.
AI being used for bad things.
Surveillance, discrimination, even weapons.
That's a scary thought.
It is, and that's why ethical guidelines are so important.
And regulations.
To make sure AI is used responsibly.
So it doesn't harm people.
Or violate their rights.
It's like a balancing act.
Yeah, finding that balance is key.
Okay, so we've really gone deep on AI Island.
We've looked at all sides of it.
The good and the bad.
The potential and the risks.
It's a fascinating story for sure.
It is. It'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI Island is a bold vision.
Thailand is really going for it.
Yeah, they're committed to this.
And it's a vision that has the potential to change a lot.
Not just for Thailand,
But for the world.
and the choices they make, the challenges they face.
Those will have an impact far beyond their borders.
It's a story that everyone should be paying attention to.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up this episode of The Deep Dive.
Thanks for having me.
It was great having you, and thank you all for listening.